In an interview with the Daily Northwestern in February, you said you dislike how diverse approaches to Jewish comedy have been stifled in favor of shtick comedy, adding, quote, instead of comedy about Jews, we should have comedy about what it means to be Jewish. Talk more about that.
I think that that's the most relatable. I don't know. I think that wow, never thought that a quote that I gave to a college newspaper in February would be read back to me. But yes, that is exactly how I feel about Jewish comedy. I feel like we have been sort of like ushered into this corner of like Jackie Mason, like hey, and it's just not reflective of like Jews or Judaism, at least to me. So I don't like it very much. I respect Jackie Mason hugely. He's one of the greatest comics of the last century. But like comedy about what it means to be um, something is always more interesting to me than comedy about the something, because everyone can relate to the comedy about what it means to be X or what it means to want to be. So, like, writing students are often given the advice, like, write what you know, right? Jonathan, you've heard that quote,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
People say, write what you know. But, people misdiagnose that. Like, I think that when people say, write what you know, they don't mean, like, if you are a farmer, write a story about a farmer. Like, what they mean is, if you know longing, write longing. If you know
Mm.
embarrassment, write embarrassment. If you know a desperation to belong, write a desperation to belong. Because like otherwise, you're not going to end up with Game of Thrones because no one's a dragon, right? No one's going to be like, here's my story about being a dragon. Like you need uh people need to write this sort of like within them in
Hmm.
in terms of like hoping to reach a huge amount of people in hopes of like writing about something specific in a way that's universal. Does that make sense?